Good evening. I apologize for being late with this post. I have had quite a few things going on, and I apologize, but I am very late with it. But I did want to get it out there because I wanted to share some of the information I got. So when the class first started, I decided that I was very interested in learning about espionage and intelligence gathering during the American Revolution. I wondered how big of a role it played in the outcome of the American Revolution and who were some of the key players in the espionage or intelligence gathering world during that time. So, really, my research led me to three people that were very interesting to me, and one was George Washington, one was Brent Tolledge, and the other one, or the last one, was Benedict Arnold. As we all know, is a huge traitor, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first, I want to talk about George Washington. George Washington was really young when he became a leader in the army. He was in the 7 Years' War, and he was very inexperienced. So he liked to gather as much intelligence or as much information as possible prior to making strategic decisions, which is always a good call. Um, this led him to eventually creating what was called the Culper spy network, and this was people that Washington tasked with gathering information about specific areas or people so he would be able to make strategic decisions during the American Revolution. Now, one of those people he picked was Talmadge, and Talmadge was a very young at the time too. Washington trusted him, and he said, "Hey, look, I need information on New York. There's probably going to be something going down there, and I really need as much information as possible in order to make a strategic plan." And Talmadge came through. Talmadge went back and talked to childhood friends, talked to acquaintances, got as much information as he could, and was able to give that information to Washington, and ultimately be able to uh, provide key information for the Battle of New York. Now, Benedict Arnold doesn't really play into specifically those two, but the reason I find him interesting is because he was such a war hero for America and for the colonies during the beginning of the Revolutionary War, and just decided to work with Major John Andre and give West Point to the British. And so he was able to escape, but then this gave him just this awful name. And Major John Andre, he himself was also I know I didn't mention him in the beginning, but he also was a very skilled at intelligence gathering. He even tried to spy on the king's service, which was, I mean, wow. Um, anyway, he was did have considerable contributions to the American Revolution. So basically, overall, what I found is this subject is more researched than I thought it was. There is quite a few papers and quite a few articles about espionage during this time and intelligence gathering. So I was able to learn a lot. However, I don't feel like it's a great research topic for further information. I think a lot of the information has already been tapped, and feel like maybe a different route would be better. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the class.